If you haven't watched episode 1 yet, stop here. You need the first law before this one hits. Because in episode 1, you learned the truth. A narcissist doesn't need love. They need oxygen. Your attention. Your reaction. Your explanations. Silence starved their control. But today, you learn the part they never expected you to discover. If silence can collapse one manipulator, what happens when silence collapses an entire system? Welcome back to Dark Authority. This is episode 2, and today we scale the battlefield. Listen carefully. The same psychological traps narcissists use in relationships are used by governments, corporations, and media. Division isn't an accident. Outrage isn't a glitch. Chaos is a product. Watch a press conference. Watch a viral headline. Watch any social media feed. It's the same playbook. Trigger, divide, exhaust, control. Why do they all use it? Because the human brain can't look away from threat. Fear steals attention. Attention becomes oxygen. Now flip it. When you stop engaging, their power line snaps. Just like episode 1 taught you, you are the algorithm. Starve the reaction, the narrative dies. Here's your new weapon. Someone tries to provoke you? Slow exhale through your nose. 6 seconds. Just once. That breath flips your brain from fight mode, control mode. Then label the urge. That's the pull to explain. Then delay 10 seconds. Then reply with one of these. Not discussing that. We'll revisit later. I hear you. Short, flat, surgical. Why it works. Without your emotional oxygen, they lose the mirror they depend on. No mirror, no script. No script, their control collapses mid-scene. This is dominance disguised as calm. Calm is expensive. It costs every reflex you used to waste on reaction. And at first, the calm will feel wrong. Not because you're weak, but because you were addicted to chaos. Here's how to weaponize silence. Shoulders down, jaw loose, slow breath, short eye contact. Count to 5. Let them fill the space. Why it works. People addicted to control suffocate in calm spaces. They only thrive in conflict. When you stop giving them chaos, they self-select out. That's not loss. That's natural selection in real time. Stop debating. Start documenting. Why you document. Stress lies. Timestamps don't. Patterns emerge. Facts kill self-doubt. If escalation happens, you're protected. Manipulators hate documentation because documentation removes the loopholes they live in. Don't argue. Archive. Present facts only to the right audience. HR, mediator, therapist, court. Not to the manipulator. When manipulation meets silence plus facts, it dies of exposure. History has one rule. The moment the crowd goes quiet, the ruler dies. Louis XIV built a kingdom on applause. When the applause thinned, fear grew. Ceausescu demanded chants for 24 years, but one day in 1989, The crowd fell silent. 4 days later, he was gone. The Berlin Wall collapsed in silence, not in argument. Every tyrant feeds on visibility. Applause isn't noise, it's oxygen. You don't dethrone them by fighting. You dethrone them by leaving the room. The stage didn't disappear. It moved online. Every post is a press conference. Every comment is applause or booing. The algorithm rewards outrage. Creators panic when the numbers drop. It's the same addiction. Attention equals existence. And it shows up in your life too. Drama texts, guilt messages, manipulation hooks. They are trying to stay relevant in your feed. Apply the rule. If you stop reacting, they stop trending. You control the feed now. Here's the truth no one wants to swallow. You trained them. Every explanation, every apology, every "let me clarify" was a tutorial. You taught them which buttons earn a reaction. Now, you rewrite the manual. Say this out loud. I no longer perform for people who confuse control with connection. Then act like it's true. Short answers, steady tone. Boundaries once, enforced quietly. Yes, expect backlash. That's addiction screaming. But you keep going, because every silence weakens their hold. When you stop performing, their confusion is instant. You've changed. Correct. You don't care. I hear you. Short sentences, no explanations, no emotional refunds. Every flat reply is an unplugged power cord. You're not being cruel. You're ending an unpaid emotional internship. Silence retrains chemistry. Cortisol drops. Clarity returns. The panic fades. The strategist comes back online. It feels weird at first because chaos used to be your baseline. But within weeks, better sleep, fewer racing thoughts, faster pattern detection, no more emotional hijacking. Calm becomes your new power. And yes, some people will fear that calm. People addicted to drama think stillness is danger. Let them misread it. Signal control is power. Stop explaining. Start observing. Every sigh, pause, tone shift. Data, not pain. When you label behavior instead of absorbing it, your logic center strengthens. You move from emotional reflex to strategic response. Examples. Coworker steals credit? Document it. Partner repeats the same argument script? Notice it. Family guilt trips with the same tone? Predict it. They keep performing. You start forecasting. Prediction is control, not over them, but over yourself. Try this. Next time someone dominates a room, go still. One glance, then silence. Watch how fast the loud one loses footing. Watch how the room shifts toward the calmest person. Watch how silence flips hierarchy. Meetings, family dinners, group chats. The quietest one becomes the reference point. Attention migrates to the one who doesn't beg for it. Every reaction is oxygen. Every defense is fuel. Every angry text is a breath in their lungs. When you stop paying, the structure collapses. But collapse doesn't look like victory. It looks like silence. And silence terrifies people who only feel real when you're explaining them. Attention is currency. Politicians buy it. Brands bid for it. Manipulators steal it. Whoever controls your attention controls your reality. Withdraw it, and the empire inside your mind collapses. This is your field test, the one thousands of viewers will try after this episode. 24 hours, no emotional reactions, none. Phase 1, the rule. Slow replies, short answers, neutral tone. No defending, no explaining. Approved responses, I hear you. Not discussing this right now. I'll think about it. Understood. Say nothing more. Phase 2, why it works. You're breaking dopamine cycles, intermittent reinforcement, the slot machine effect, their emotional leverage model, their narrative script. Phase 3, the process. Delay reading texts. Breathe once before responding. Keep replies under 10 words. If they escalate, say, I'll talk when things are calm. Then stop. Phase 4, what happens? Hour 1 to 4, confusion. Hour 4 to 8, escalation. Hour 8 to 16, bargaining. Hour 16 to 24, silence. That silence isn't loss. It's proof the oxygen line is cut. Phase 5, interpretations. If they rage, good. If they guilt, good. If they go quiet, perfect. The system is dying. Phase 6, safety. If things ever escalate to danger, disengage fully and get support. Phase 7, your experience. You'll shake. You'll want to explain. That's withdrawal. Hold the line. You're rewiring your nervous system in real time. One day, the storm hits, and your pulse doesn't move. That's when you know you're no longer surviving manipulation. You're governing it. Final law of episode 2. Never feed the ego you plan to escape. Every explanation is obedience. Every justification is fuel. Starve both, and the empire collapses without a fight. Here's the truth you avoided. You were never fighting them. You were fighting the reflection they saw in you. And mirrors don't argue. They reveal. When you stop performing, their illusion cracks. And now, you walk away with a calm heartbeat and a crown you built in silence. Next episode, control, redirect, expose, exit. The part where silence stops being defense and becomes a weapon. Tomorrow, say nothing when they expect you to explain.